Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and it is dark and early on Wednesday morning. We've got the patch live. It's a really good patch if you want like an FFBE crossover unit. Not so good of a patch if you were hoping for some kind of like Warrior of the Crystal unit, but let's check out everything that's going on. There's quite a bit. Let's start with a really good thing. We are all getting the new player login rewards that got announced. So go to your present box. You're going to get a UR guaranteed summon ticket, a couple Esper Vision card combos right here, a bunch of skip tickets. So claim these from your box. Boom, there we go. Ramu coming in. We're going to get a Chocobo coming in. So really good stuff here. Thank you, new players, for playing the game and for sharing your rewards with us veteran players. Now, if you are a brand new player or you're thinking about starting a new game for the first time, I believe there is a Visior back summon for new players only. Like, you have to be in your first week of the game. So if you ever thought about booting up a second account and running through the story, there's a Visior back banner, I believe, going on for new players right now. Chat can confirm that or deny it. Now, the daily purchase bonus this week is a select ticket for Warrior of the Crystal units. So here's the thing. We are getting a kind of like, I would call it a weak Warrior of the Crystal rerun. If you want, excuse me. Excuse me. If you're working on a Warrior of the Crystal unit, this is a good buy for 100 shards. You know, that's great. I still have one that I'm holding. I'm going to use for Renan here in a second to finish him off. So if you need that, that's great. Otherwise, it's Soul Stars. There's not a ton of other like really good things going on though. If you were trying to get a Warrior of the Crystal unit this week, their banner is very, very basic. Now we are getting these free summon tickets. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my 2 free tickets right here. We'll see what happens. But there's not a pity for them. My advice to anybody who is still holding out hope of like getting one of these Warrior of the Crystal units, oh my God, I thought I was going to get a rainbow right there and like show you the way. It would be to wait. Right? Just wait. They will keep rerunning, and as time goes on, we will get a pity for the ones that we don't have yet, or at least something better than this banner right here. This is just, whoops, I didn't want to click stats. They are all on here. They are all boosted to 0.15%, but it's not specific to any one. You're kind of just shooting in the dark right here with a boosted chance of getting one of them. The Mog Shop doesn't have, there's no pity. Like, if there's not a pity, I wouldn't suggest pulling. Now, there are some interesting banners right here, though. This one is good. It is a 5-step where, again, if you are currently working on a Warrior of the Crystal unit, like maybe you have Setia, but you'd like to have Joom, you can come here and pull on this banner once or something. You could do it up to 5 times if you just have a bajillion Visior. But you could come here, pull on this, get yourself some guaranteed shards for the Warrior of Crystals that you're working on, and then kind of hope along the way that you pick up one of the others. Note, though, they are not boosted on this banner. They are that regular 100 cost % chance. So you're really not going to probably pick one up, but at least in this scenario, you are getting some shards for a unit you are currently working on. My favorite Warrior of the Crystal banner, though, is this one, the 80 Select Mind Sphere pull. If you're working on somebody, here's 80 Mind Spheres for 2k paid, and maybe on this pull, you just catch a flyer and pick up another one. So if you're working on one right now, you have some options here to keep working on them. If you're trying to get a new one, I wouldn't recommend it. Now, on the other side of that coin, if you were somebody, and of course this picture doesn't load, so let's just load it here. If you're somebody who's wanting to get themselves an Esther or an Abara or a Starlight Elena, you do have good options today for that. So there's this FFBE 6th anniversary summon. So it's not like just the Global Fest units, right? This is FFBE crossover units only. On this banner are the FFBE units. Like you see Rain right there. He's always on banners. But if we scroll down, you'll see that you have like, where's our girl? Esther's on this banner. And yes, she's only that 0.4%, but if we hit up the Mog Shop, there is a really cool pity system in place for this FFBE crossover. It is a select ticket. So if you pull on that banner, you can get your pity ticket is this select ticket where you can pick Esther or Ibarra or Elena or Dwayne, or, you know, you can pick Eileen if you're just, no one's, I bet you of all the people who play this game, 0 people actually pity an Eileen or Medina on here, but being a crossover unit, it makes sense that Eileen is on here. This is a great chance, though, if you missed Esther the first time around and you want to, you know, have a shot at pitying her, here is a chance to do that. Okay, and it'll be a coin pity just like we're kind of used to. Let's go look at these other banners, though. There's some good other banners here for these FFBE crossover units. Here is a 5-step for a vision card. So if there's one of these VCs that you want, like maybe Esther's vision card, it is a 5-step banner where on the last step, you will select the vision card that you want out of the vision cards you see here. The drop rates on here, let's see if our girl Esther and those, like, you know, not always available units are on here. Where's she at? There she is. So you could luck into an Esther here while you're kind of going to pick up her VC. So if your plan this week is like you're going all in on Esther, go for the VC first because you might get her on your way to the vision card. That would be the way to go. As far as drop rates here go, this is just a regular 5-step in terms of the extra rewards with that select vision card at the end. So I think that one's pretty cool. Then again, if you're a new player, I really like banners like this one, where you have a whole bunch of guaranteed URs with retries. So here's a 6 UR units guaranteed with 3 retries for 2K paid Visior. Again, on here are those FFBE crossover units, including like Esther, right? I think she is probably the biggest ticket item today that people would be targeting. There's also a vision card banner for 2K, 6 UR vision cards guaranteed with 3 retries. Again, this is a good chance for you to get some vision cards and espers if you are maybe a newer player. And that's it for the new banners right here. So I think it's a decent day to pull for some FFBE units if you want to. It's not a great day to pull for Warriors of the Crystals unless you're already working on one. And remember, we probably have Sottily coming next week. So if you're thinking about staying strong for him or anything in the future, stay strong. Another thing to mention here, the Gil banner this week is a select shard banner for Warrior of the Crystal units. So there we go. Now, if we go to the regular shop, which we will always visit in these videos, we will see eventually. Let's check out the special shop first. Did we get anything new in the special shop? Energy Restore Pack. These are collaborations, so no, nothing new here. I believe they were going to add some new player rewards. Starter UR Pack. Okay, I don't see anything new in here. Maybe if you're a new player, there's some new stuff going on here. I didn't see anything new. It just looks like that collaboration stuff. I forgot to check that before I started filming. In the 6th anniversary FFBE shop, we do have a 300 paid Visior every day, 20 large energy pots with skip tickets and cubes. I think that's pretty good if you have some extra paid Viz. Otherwise, you have 300 paid for a couple Blossoms if you're short there, and then 2,000 paid for 80 unit shards for an FFBE unit. So again, if you're building up a Bara or Elena or Esther or somebody like that, you can get some discounted shards here for paid Viz with some rainbow stuff. And then there's also one for Mind Spheres, same value, 2K for 80 Mind Spheres. Again, a select ticket for any of those crossover units. Please don't use it for Ayaka or Eileen. It's blasphemy for me to say that, but there it is. In the regular shop, we have free large energy pot every day, so I will pick that up. We also have a Broadstone and Resonance keys for Gil, and there's a couple interesting ones in here as well. If you were really wanting to like insta-build an MR unit right now, maybe for a selection quest, you do have a select ticket right here for an MR unit, right? And you have a select ticket for 500 of their shards. So this is a really quick booster to an MR unit if that's something you were wanting to work on. 2K free Visior to just like insta 99 MR unit seems pretty good. And then there you can also buy, how many of those can you buy? 1? You can also buy 10 of these if you want to. It's 1,500 free Visior for 50 MR unit shards. So this would be like how you could maybe like boost them all the way to that 120 if you wanted to. Honestly, if you're doing selection quests, 99 MR units are oftentimes plenty. I used only about 120 MR unit on my runs right when I was doing those. So those are decent options. There's also, I always like to point out like these limit burst enhancing ones for 500 Visior. I don't think that's a waste of Viz at all for either the limit burst or the Trustmaster leveling pots. I think those are both fine. And then if you go down, there's the stuff for Gil, like always, that I think you should pick up. And the Warrior of the Crystal shop is literally just a, whoops, where am I? Oh yeah. So here's the Warrior of the Crystal shop. Again, if you are currently working on one and you need shards, that's where that's who's getting help this week. You have a lot of options here to pick up some shards for those units if you need them, and that's really all she wrote in terms of new shops and stuff this week. Not a ton going on. It's kind of just the FFBE 6th anniversary celebration. We do have Trials of Reckoning happening, so good luck on those runs. I will be streaming later today, working on Trials of Reckoning like boss high scores. And until then, we got a bonus account review coming your way, so check out that review. Let's go there now. And today's bonus account review comes to us from Ilakemi, Discord name Hack. And Hack at Royal Rank 11 has a nice developed account, but had one question he wanted me and you guys in the comment section to answer. And that is, which element should he take to that platinum level next? You can see Hack already has light and dark into that like platinum level mastery. So we're going to go through here, look at the rest of the account and see which element should you go for next. All of them are well into the 20s, so I think any of them could be a good answer. Let's start with fire. Now with fire, you've got the two big ticket tanks in King and Mont leveled up, especially Mont. I would not do fire as my next platinum reward. There are a lot of levels you could gain down here from like these lower rarity units to boost it up, get Minwu leveled, but your Setia and your Terra, who I think are your two strongest non-leveled units, are still pretty far away in Setia's case, so I think your fire is coming along nicely. And honestly, these three, once your Terra gets to 120, these three could be a really powerhouse fire team. Mix Setia in there, especially with like a new accuracy bow or some new +6 gear, and I think your fire could be good very soon, but I wouldn't go fire straight away. Okay, ice is next. Again, ice is going to be one that I would not go for next if I was you, although if this was my account, and I knew that Tactics Rerun was coming along, so my Agrius 120 was soon, or I could go for like a snow or some combination of both of those. You really have a good support structure here for your new UR ice tank when that rolls around. Great support right here in Rosa, good damage with Gilgamesh and Aranea. Laswell's already at 110, and get that Velis leveled up to 120. So ice, I think, could be a really good option, but maybe a couple of months away. Maybe ice would be the next one you work on. Like do maybe one more before ice and then go ice. But your ice account is looking really strong. And if you were trying to boost it to that plat level, you do, it looks like, have levels to be gained down here in the lower level characters if you have the elemental materials. Okay, wind. Now wind is going to go ahead and be my suggestion for you because we've got Sottily coming out soon. You're clearly somebody who is willing to spend a little bit of money, and you're sitting on over 20k Visuor already. So you have Joom, you have Ayaka, you have a great mix of damage right here with like the Evade sisters and Tifa and 2B. You've got Marymore. I think this is a prime account to like get Sottily worked in there too. And then if you care about boosting your mastery levels to plat, just because, you know, that's something that you want to do, come down here, like hit some of these lower rarity characters that you don't have leveled up, mix in a Sottily, and I'll bet you'll get there. And not only that, but like your wind account is really strong. And I bet you can already do a lot of that like really high level content with your wind, you know, those like high level scoring missions. Wind account looking real good. And I wouldn't even really worry about Halloween Little Leela because you have the Ayaka at 120. And although I would rate Leela a little better than Ayaka, I've been loving Ayaka lately on some of my teams. So that's pretty cool. Earth. Your Earth is another really good candidate, by the way. Noctis, Oberon, Zazon, I would say those are Earth's top three, with Noctis and Oberon being the best duo. They mix really well with like a Velis for a high-end PvP team. You also have the Evade duo right here. You got the Tank and Moraga. Zombie Ryryu is somebody who a lot of people just build for his TMR, but a very effective like PvP unit as well. If you're going for chaining, these four are a core, like here, your Earth PvE team with these 5 units is my Earth PvE team with those 5 units. So really strong Earth right here. Good job. Earth could very easily be the next element you go for that Plat Mastery on, but I don't really see the need for it here. I don't know what the next like Earth unit that would really boost you would be. So I would still say Wind over that. Lightning. Now your lightning account is very top heavy, which is very common for lightning. Like these 3, this is a great team. Ibarra, Cloud, Charlotte, fantastic. If you're looking to expand to like a 5-man team, Frederick is always good. 9S is so close to being done for you. And don't sleep on 9S's power in a PvE chaining team. Him having access to Drain Rush is really a big deal for PvE. So I like 9S right here. I would look for, if I was building out this lightning squad a little bit more, I would look for one more person to add to these 4 that could slash for lightning slashing teams, even if it was leveling up shoots out, right? Just somebody else to get in here. If you could happen to catch an Esther, and I know that is quite the job, but Esther would be a perfect little boost to get this to the highest end of Lightning PvE. Then Water, okay, you have the Water OP duo with Asterius and Celis. I'm jealous of the Laura Croft. That's something I don't have, although they did mention that they're bringing Tomb Raider back for FFBE, which makes me think all of us that missed out on Lara Croft the first time might get another shot at her, or for me, at least finishing off her dang vision card. You have Titus right here, who does mix well with these 2. You can also, again, mix like a Velis in with these 2, and it's top-end PvP. If you were building up the Water account, personally, I really like these 3 for PvE chaining teams. Farm and Rayches. If you could get Farm and Rayches leveled up, mix them with these 3 right here, your Water PvE chaining team for like bosses and stuff would be good to go. So really, like, there's not a ton of holes in the units for your account. What you're kind of looking to do is take your elements to that like final level where everything in the game is kind of conquerable for you if you can mix and match the right way. So looking really strong there. Now Light, if we go back to your mastery levels, Light was mastery level 35. And yeah, sure enough, here it is. Look at the 120s. Like, there's really nothing to say here. You can do anything with Light based on your units. Your Cecil and Elsarel aren't 120, though. I mean, come on, stop slacking off. JK. I mean, this is just OP. Even your MR stuff is getting levels there, so that's how you get to level 35 mastery. And then for Dark, again, kind of the same thing. Really strong Dark... Wait, did I put these in the wrong order? Nope. Okay. Really strong Dark units. Leela and Joker plus Velis is an insanely strong PvP team right now. In fact, Leela, Joker plus any 3rd unit is OP. Lemure is a phenomenal option. Like, people didn't realize how good Lemure was until Leela and Joker showed up for Dark, and now it's just, she's popping off. So kit this Joker to 120 if you haven't already. These screenshots are a couple of days old because of the waiting queue here, but you got Dwayne, Helena, Ruinstern, Kane, you even got the Whisper up there who's fun to use, Jesus 99 for her bells, your Garvel's coming up, your Dark is set, and even like your lower rarity units are leveled as well. Okay, so for units, that was kind of the breakdown there. Now, vision cards, I honestly have nothing to say about vision cards. You just have a lot of level 99 vision cards, which is great. The only thing I would say about your vision cards is, one, I feel you on these limited VCs, man. I have just a bunch of limited VCs that I happen to pull, maybe not even going for them, and finishing them off was just a thing that I never did. So I feel your pain on that one. I didn't see a ton of VCs that would be great in like cost limited situations. This is something I think a lot of people miss out on. Like, I'm looking at these 99 vision cards here. I know that like these are all UR ones, right? But like the MR being maxed out can be really useful. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Don't hesitate to max out MR cards, especially because the stones to awaken them are not UR stones for some cost limited formations, but like, you have a lot actually. I'm kind of just trying to say something that doesn't need to be said. Your vision cards are on point. Okay, Esper's exactly the same story. You have the new ones. You have you even have Valfort level 99 already. You've got the power trio of Dark Odin. Where is he? Bahamut, and then sneaking in here on the left, and if we go one screen over, there's regular Odin. So the power trio of VCs is unlocked and ready to go. Again, there's some cost limited mix in here. Just keep leveling these up as you can. I see Brachiosaurus right here getting ready for your Setia, or if you ever pull like Valentine's Day Ildira, I love that on her as well. And then just some more Espers right here. Some good cost limited options if you wanted to go that way, like Behemoth or Bomb or Bloody Moon, but no need. Now, gear. A lot of times, for people with an account that looks like this, gear is a weakness for them. It is not for you. And in fact, this is the first +6 platinum rod that I've seen a screenshot of. So you've already gone for +6 once. Very good. I would be curious, and we're friends on Discord, so hit me up. I'd be curious how you're finding that agility buff, because I hear that it doesn't apply until you're sub 80% HP. Let me know what your findings are on that. I'd be curious to hear. But lots of +5 weapons if we just kind of scroll through them right here. Guns, swords, knuckles. Like your weapons are leveled up. There's a couple that you might want to finish at some point, like the tomes over here. But really, this is something you could just piece together as you go. I did see a couple that I would highly recommend when I was looking through earlier. One of them was the Mythgraven Blade. Get this thing to +5. It's super, super good. And the other one I saw that I wanted to mention was the Turfing. A +5 Turfing is also very, very generically awesome. So weapons are looking really good. Okay, let us continue. Now, armor. Mage's Habit, Knight Armor, Iron Plate that is equipped. Interesting. Who's wearing that iron plate? Swap that out for something better. But you got, I mean, you're +5 in gear, even from back like the Warrior of Light armor. You got some TMR armors mixed in here. Winter Coat, good job. Diamond Coat, Sage's Hat, Galmea Coat. Yeah, so like your UR +5 gear for armor is good, and then it looks like you're mixing in some TMRs. Yeah, your armor's just fine. Keep leveling up new stuff as it comes out, and then, look for your first +6 opportunity there. For accessories, you can right now finish this Titus's necklace, and I highly recommend that. Titus necklace is a very, very good accessory. You never know when you might need a little more crit damage with some magic-resistant spirit on it. Got the Saint Circlet for that easy leveling experience for your bravery. Jack Frost, Alex Ring, Ribbon, the high-end stuff you've got. And I keep seeing that over and over again. Like, all of the stuff that's like really important to have leveled, you've got it leveled. So good job there. 3 stars. I actually use 3 stars a lot in like guild raid situations, so that might be something you look into finishing at some point. Otherwise, you're doing good there. And you sent me a screenshot, which I really appreciated here, of some Truststones. So you are ahead of the game with Truststones. Anybody who has UR Truststones that they're using and leveling is, in my opinion, that is that like last step you take. You have 25 UR Truststones. Just this one screenshot is what I got though. I want to make a couple observations here, things I think people might not know. First of all, you haven't leveled all of them up like to level 20, but that doesn't necessarily matter the most. What matters more is that you go in and level up those passive effects. You level those up by, like feeding it junk Truststones, right? Like this is why when you're farming Truststone runes, getting all of those like, blues and greens, you can feed those to level up the skills on your pink Truststones. So even if you're lacking the adamantite to level them up to 20, you can still get a ton of the value out of your Truststones by leveling up those passive skills. This is something that I do all the time because adamantite is, something I run out of. Now let's comment on what you have it equipped on. The mask, Persona Mask, okay. I don't use that one much, but I do use Black Rose Hellenist TMR all the time. Dragon Helmet is fantastic. Zombie Mask, this one is permanently Truststoned out for me, especially taking advantage of some agility Truststones on there. Very smart move there, giving agility to a TMR that otherwise, that's like the only thing this TMR is lacking. It has amazing skill on it. It just doesn't make you faster by itself. So good job throwing some agility on there. Got some luck mixed in. HP, which I think is one of the generically strongest ones. Yeah, really good account here, Hack. And so thank you for sharing this with us. Again, I would recommend going for, let's put it on the screen. Where's your wind squad at? Where's the wind? There they are. Get that sottily and work on wind, in my opinion. I am a little biased towards it. But that would be, that's what I got to say. So thank you for sharing your account with us. Thank you for supporting my channel. And I hope you enjoyed the review. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.